Yeah, I understand there's like a lot of misconceptions about y'all even being open right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have never stopped operations. We transitioned very seamlessly into phone appointments. We've been doing that since all the shutdowns happened. We have arrangements so that if people need to drop off records or if we need a actual signature from someone that we may not have access to their records, we've had that availability. Initially, it was twice a week, and now there is staff in the office 5 days a week. Our doors are not open to the public, but we are here for people if they need to bring something in. We are still doing all our appointments by phone, and we expect to be doing that through the month of June. So, but I will say this is a great opportunity and a great time to come and get your claims worked on.
It really is. Yeah, yeah. Can you elaborate on why it's such a good time?
Absolutely. And prior to this, our appointment calendars were generally booked out 2 to 3 weeks. I think so many people have been under the misconception that there wasn't anything that they could do. You can actually get an appointment now in as little as 1 to 2 days.
Wow.
With us by phone.
Wow.
So this is a great time. And since we are doing appointments by phone, for those folks that have gone back to work, you're not having to take time off to drive down and actually have that appointment time out of your day, where we can generally do it with a 15-20 minute phone call generally.
Wow.
And then, like I said, we have things in place. If we need signatures, we can do things via email, via fax. So it's actually worked a lot smoother than I think anybody envisioned that it would.
Well, and I think that's true for a lot of us, in that, at first it just felt like, how in the world am I supposed to do this? It felt like there's so many barriers every direction, but then once you kind of thought about it, well, we could do this, or we could do that. And in some instances, we found that it works better or just as well. And so I think we've all kind of been going through that. But I was really surprised. I figured that y'all would be more backed up at this time, but you're not. Have an appointment in a day or two.
Yes, ma'am.
That's crazy. Now, once somebody gets their paperwork going, how are they able to do comp appointments once it's scheduled?
Right. Well, what they've been doing is we are filing claims like normal, and if the particular issue is something that can be done with a phone consultation or even a telehealth appointment, like mental health, or if it's something like diabetes, for example. There's not a physical exam you're going to do for that. It's more of, hey, what medication are you taking, or this or that. So a lot of things have been able to continue to progress.
Check your range of motion in your shoulder without being in person.
Exactly. So some of them have just kind of been in a holding pattern. But the important thing is that the claim was filed, so the date of claim is secure. Right. Even if it takes VA 2 or 3 months to actually be able to physically do a CMP exam that is necessary.
Sure. Yeah, and also on top of that, even if you have mixed, like you have things they could do by phone appointment and some stuff that needs to be in person, you can knock out the stuff that could be done through telehealth. And that way you don't have that waiting on you when this is open.
Absolutely.
Now, have they said when they're going to start doing the in-person comp appointments?
The last communication that we had from the VA was that they were going to start opening the comp appointments back up 1 June. So we haven't heard anything different this week. So that is what we're still... that's the guidance that we're still operating under. The one good thing too, with like you were saying, if there's multiple issues on claims, it's not like I like to call the old days, which realistically was as recent as 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
VA would
3 or 4 months ago at this point,
well,
right?
You're right.
The old
You're
days
right.
are 3 or 4 months
Absolutely.
ago. Yeah.
But basically, before, when veterans had physical hard claim files,
Sure.
you couldn't really finish 2 things and then leave 2 things pending because that file had to go where the claim was. So it was like this person couldn't work it at the same time as this person was. So a lot of times everything would have to sit and wait. But now that everything has gone digital on the claim side, the VA can make decisions on 1 or 2 issues on a claim and then defer the other issues if they need to do physical exams or something that they can't do at that same time. So that's been a huge benefit for veterans as well, because they're not having to wait for everything to get done.
Right.
And that's been a really big change. We're finding that the digital process is working tremendously well. That's something our office, since we kind of started testing in February, and pretty much everybody started doing it in April, but we basically are direct uploading our claims into the VA system now. So it's not having to go through a fax, it's not having to go through the mail. It's amazing. The turnaround time on getting the claim started, it's night and day. I mean, sometimes it can be as little as you can upload it today and it would be there in the system ready to be worked tomorrow. So so a lot of, I know a lot of, especially our older veterans, were not too happy about everything going, computer based, but overall, I've been doing this for almost 13 years, and it is so night and day what we're doing now and the efficiencies that we have now versus what we did before.
Well, I know even for me, I have struggled to figure out Facebook Live and figure out
our very tech challenged Sherry.
But you know what? On my last chat, not the last one, maybe the one before that, the chat with Sherry on Tuesdays that we do, Dave Jellick was on our Zoom meeting. So if Dave Jellick can do it, all of you can do it. And I'll be honest, I am now holding myself to that standard. Like, if Dave can get on Zoom, I can figure out this, like, Facebook Live versus recording it and putting it on.
Absolutely.
When can you ask questions and when you can't. And speaking of that, if y'all have questions, put it in the comments. And I don't have Lana with me today, so I'm not able to answer them now, but we will get any questions answered for you that you have. Put them in the comments, or you can send them directly to me. And before we get off, Stacey will give you her contact information, so you can contact Stacey directly with any concerns or questions you have. But by all means, please encourage your veterans to if they need even an update, or they just need to have them looked at. If it's been a long time since you've had, especially if it's been a decade, I can't tell you how many Gulf War veterans will tell me, oh, well, I did it after I got out.
Right.
After the Gulf War, it's been a minute. I know I'm dating myself too. However, it's been a minute. So what's going on with the VSO office right now?
Well, we are really excited. We are relocating. We're not leaving the plaza. We are just shifting from where we currently are over to the side close by the Election Commission. It's a much larger space. It will allow us to grow. Right now we have
That'll be on the back side, right? Where IT is?
Right, but the front, the entrance for the public will be on the front side.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be the staff entrance on the back.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so...
See, I think I work here, but they don't give me a paycheck, so I don't work.
And we don't give you a key either.
And they don't give me a key either, right, yeah. I just stand back there and knock and text people till they let me in. Go ahead.
But basically, right now, one of our service officers, her office used to be a supply closet. So that's how small we are here. So we were able to get the funding for the capital project to do the remodeling. It's basically the other half of the space where the Career Center used to be.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's where we will
space.
be. It's a very big space. So it will actually, I think we'll have 3 open spaces that can be converted into offices as we grow. So we're really excited about that. We're actually going to be moving, hopefully, knock on wood, if our furniture comes in, we're going to start that process on the 15th of June. And so for those, right now we're working, half of us are in the office and half of us are working from home, and then we rotate the following week. So that way, but we're all doing phone appointments, whether we're physically here in the office or whether we're working from home. And so that will continue for those 2 weeks. One team will move the week of the 15th, hopefully, while the other team will still be doing appointments from home. And then the following week, that team will then move, and the first team will be doing appointments from home. So we won't have any actual downtime where we are closed to the public. We will still be providing our services while we're moving.
Nice.
Our goal is to be ready to open to the public from our new space on the 29th of June, if all goes well.
Are we going to have something fun?
It's going to kind of depend on where we are with
of
COVID.
Everything depends on where we are with COVID, right?
Yeah, so we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But we're really looking forward to it. Like I said, it's going to be a larger space. We're also working on getting a emotional support dog certified for our office. So we hope, we're not sure, we're still in the process of that, but we're hoping that she will be ready to go by the time of our opening, so that she can be our official breeder.
She's really sweet. Her name is Molly.
It is. She's really
very
sweet.
Nice. Yes.
So, but
now, can you give everybody your contact information?
Absolutely. All our phone lines are still being forwarded. So honestly, the best way to reach me directly is by email. If you call the office number, you're going to be talking to Kim, which she can then give me a message. But email is always here. And my email address is srhopwood, that's HOPWOOD, @mcgtn.net. And when Sherry posts, I guess, the video later, we can add that.
I'll figure it out. I will figure it out somehow.
We can add that into the comments so that you'll have that there as well.
Or I see Curtis. Curtis, I don't know if you can, but can you put in Stacey's email address in the comments, just so everybody has it? But I'll figure out how to do that. And if nothing else, I'll call Lana. She's on vacation, but I'm sure she won't mind.
Oh, I'm sure she won't mind. And also, just so you'll have it, the office number is 931-553-5173. And that is, like I said, Kim is answering that line.
And now, so is that the number that we call if we want to make an appointment or have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Or want to reach you? Or
Absolutely.
any of the above? Can you give it to me one more time, that phone number?
Yes, 931-553-5173.
Okay. And I'll get that in there somewhere, somehow. And I see
Lana, we love you!
So, Lana has gone on and added Stacey's information on there. Thank you, Lana. So, see, you know what? It's not just y'all. No one ever escaped. Oh, and look, Jessica Lee put in the phone number.
Look at you guys.
See, you never just get away from me. You think I'm just going to hide out and be looking at this video and I call you out on a live event. That's just the way it goes. Well, I know we're getting close because I said I would keep these down to 10 to 15 minutes. And I didn't do so good with Val. I think we chatted on for like half an hour. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. But if you have any questions at all, please reach out to Stacey and Andrew's office. That's what they're here for.
Absolutely.
They want to help you, and they'll do whatever. See, we had an alarm on. They want to be able to help you. So reach out to them. Even if it's just, I have not had my paperwork reviewed, because your life circumstances change, your health changes, and what you may be able to qualify for can change as well.
Absolutely.
So,
And that's the thing. There is no stupid question, truly.
No.
And a lot of things
I
can
think
be
I'm
answered.
proof of that. There are no stupid questions. Yes. So
But,
feel free.
Yes, call or email, and if it's something that we can't answer with a quick phone call, then we can set an appointment up. But a lot of it we can just do that way.
Awesome. Thank you. Say bye, Stacey.
Bye, Stacey.